What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Clean Spark CLSK yet again. Looking at this here, what a hell of a week we had, right? Had yearly highs, and now we are looking like we're having a reversal here, in my genuine opinion. I do think we go lower. I absolutely do. How much lower? I think that we could go all the way down to $5, you guys, genuinely speaking. If you've been watching the channel, you know I've been calling for prices to go above $11.50. I've been calling for taking profits at $13 or higher because I did think it'd actually break $13. And I said it could even go to $14 to $15, but I wasn't leaning on that. And that's why I genuinely, you guys want to know where I took profits? I took profits, let's see, right there. Right there. I'm not the top. I don't have that much money into this thing. And it is not like the highest market cap, but I definitely don't have enough to influence that. But a previous area of resistance, you look back, previous area of support and resistance, it makes sense, okay? With how this thing reacts with its fibs, I very much expected that it would go to the 1618. I'm going to get rid of this, or the 618, but a little bit through it. The fact that it's at 1256 and this is all the way up here at about like 1364, I was confident we'd break through $13. We did. I took profits. And I'm happy about that. For anybody that didn't take profits, you know, that's okay. I would not recommend selling here because watch next week. We're at 1103. Watch next week. You open up the week at like 1250 or something like that, and then you move lower. If you want to take profits here, go for it. You know, you're big girls, you're big boys. You can do what you want with your money. This isn't financial advice, but we are still above the 236, and I would think that based off of, I'm going to get rid of this now. Based off of this fib, that we wouldn't just go to the 236, which by the way is all the way at 836. I would think that we actually go to the 382, which is all the way down there at $6.20. Now, if we were to take the Mac Daddy fib again, this bigger fib, put it back on here from top to bottom. So I already got price targets below $7, genuinely speaking. 382 on this one is all the way down at 592, similar area, and it's very common. On either 382, it's very common to go below them. It's common enough to bounce right off the 382. I say this in most of my videos, but it's more common to actually prod through them a little bit. And if we prod through 592, where's like the next logical area for support? Well, this previous area of resistance looks nice here, and that is not there. It's right there at about $5.16. So I'm probably not going to hold. You know, I did open up a put option, so for those of you that don't know, a put option is basically a way to make money on if it goes down. If it goes up, you lose money. If it goes down, you make money. I do not have a large position put in this. I took some of the gains that I made from here and I put it in there. I took some of the gains that I have and I've got that sitting on the side, and I plan on putting that, buying the actual stock here. But I don't normally do margin trading. I don't normally do options or anything like that, but with CLSK, I had kind of a good feeling. It's a little bit easier to navigate, I feel like. I don't know. Some charts are more familiar than other charts, and this one felt a little more familiar to me, so I went with it. But again, with a very small percentage of my portfolio overall. You know, I've got a larger percentage in the actual stock, but a smaller percentage with the options. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, guys, is I'm in a put right now. I do plan on taking profits, but below $7. Once we hit $7 or lower, I'm going to take profits. Once we're like at this green line or lower, I'm going to take profits. I'm not going to wait for $5 or $5.92 or $6. You know, I'm not going to wait for that. I'm just going to wait for below $7. Just like here, it could have gone all the way up to $14 or $15 or $16. There's price targets all the way up like around $16. We could have gone to the 786 up at $21. I didn't care. I was like, I'm going to take profits because we've gone up unchecked for so long. Even if we continue to go all the way up here, we would crash back below where I took profits at, and well, that never happened anyway. So just what I'm trying to say is it could go lower, but it doesn't mean it has to go lower. So I will be taking profits. I will be buying back here at these levels at around probably, I say there at those levels, but probably I'm going to buy once we're below the green line, which is going to be just below $7. So that's my plan now, and it makes sense, right? If you look at this without the fibs going down to here, it kind of makes sense, right? Because you've got this. Got these higher lows coming into play, this higher highs. You're like in this channel. It makes sense to me. So I don't know, man. Probably goes down. Weekly RSI is overbought, very overbought, right? Cool off a little bit, not a problem. So it's actually healthy for that. Get a healthy correction going on. Get some people a chance to buy at lower prices. And yeah, the daily having this bearish divergence is not of help at all. That divergence actually formed all the way back at $10.34. We saw a low today of $10.63, so at least going lower. I very much do think this gap will fill, and there's actually another gap even lower right here at about 560. That gap could fill too. To be fair, there's a gap down here. Maybe we fill that gap too, but again, I'm not counting on it. I'm not holding my breath. We have a gap all the way down here that we didn't fill. You know, you don't have to fill every gap every time. I don't think there's any other gaps that we didn't fill. Technically, there's still a gap here, so there's 2 gaps down there, but I don't think we're going to fill those. So anyways, all I'm trying to say is lower. It's at 1103. Don't be shocked if we open up the week green tomorrow. Don't be shocked if we open up really far down. I do expect that between now and January 10th, between now and the time that the Bitcoin ETFs are going to be announced, if they're approved or denied, we're probably going to see it go down. And I very much do expect that the ETFs are not going to get accepted. They're going to get pushed back or denied. Some of them, it's their like final date, so a lot of them are going to get denied, but there's some that can get pushed back, I'm pretty sure. And then there's other ETF filings that have the potential to be approved months after that, or like even like a month after that, I think. So it won't be the last time we hear the ETF news, right? It hasn't been since 2017, 2018 when we first heard about ETFs. I think it was 2018 actually for Bitcoin. Maybe it was earlier than that. But they get denied and it doesn't go away. There's always ETF news, you guys. And that's what a lot of people are like counting on this. They're so certain that it's going to happen, but it's like, you know, the SEC got sued by Grayscale for their ETFs being denied, right? So everyone's like, oh, they're going to get approved. But like really all that means is that the SEC has to come up with a different reason. They can't use the same reason they've been using. They have to come up with a different reason, and I'm sure they've got different reasons to not approve it. They will get approved. I think the ETFs will get approved, but not right now. I don't think in 2024 even. But that is going to be the catalyst. All I'm trying to say before I get on my philosophical mumbo-jumbo, that's the catalyst to why Bitcoin, why the crypto mining stocks, why crypto itself might take a back seat and chill for a second and go down. And you might see some very violent, volatile price action, because this is going to happen fast, right? And maybe once it happens, you consolidate and then you get ready to move up. Maybe it's a quick down and up V-shaped recovery, maybe something like that. I don't know, but I do expect this movement to happen over the next 2 weeks. So anybody looking to buy CLSK, not financial advice, but maybe wait, maybe be patient. I don't recommend anybody margin trade or get into any of that stuff. I don't care how experienced you think you are. Don't do it. Leave it to the pros to lose all their money, because it's not something that anybody should do. And I'm saying that, and I'm in a put right now. I'm in a short, right? I'm making money as it's going down. A lot of people want to act like margin trading is a tool, but really it's like a curse. It's a blessing and a curse, but really it's more of a curse. And that's why, like, genuinely speaking, this is my first margin trade that I've made, and it's not like a leverage trade, right? It's an options trade, it's a derivatives trade, but I'm pretty sure it's still a margin trade if I'm using the terminology correctly. This is my first margin trade that I've made. Not successful or unsuccessful, whatever. It's my first margin trade, period, or options trade, period. Anything that's somewhat of a derivative that I've made in over a year. Like I don't do this often, man. Okay, so I'm just saying I've got like 7 years of experience trading and investing and doing technical analysis. It's been over a year and I've done one trade, like one actual margin trade. I trade like spot price all the time, especially with crypto. But it's very rare that I do margin trading, man. I've got a margin trading account that's small, and I haven't, like for leverage, and I haven't touched it in a while. I've just kind of let it sit. And it's because, well, you get wrecked hard enough times, man. You learn your lesson. And some people can margin trade. You know, some people can. But most people can't. And the people that can, they don't do it all the time. They do it very seldomly. They do it when an opportunity presents itself that's prime. And that's kind of what led me to believe this. But, man, enough about me. What I'm trying to say is down. Looks like it wants to go down. Down, down, down for CLSK. Probably around this green line. Probably around this green line. You know, somewhere in that below $7 but above $5 range. That's what I'm thinking. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. After we've had that pullback, guys, we're on to new highs. And where are those highs going to take us? Well, we stopped at $13. Those next highs are going to take us above $20, guys, right? This was the high that we got stopped out before. Let's assume we maintain the trend and we get stopped out at this high. That's at $24. All the way up here, we could break through that high. Maybe we go somewhere in between and we see like $30, $40, right? But we are on our way. We're just doing a little healthy consolidation right now. This whole way moving up, all the way up to $13 from $1.74. You didn't move up overnight in a straight line, right? You were very turbulent going on your way up. You consolidated, went up, down, up. We've been going up for a very solid bit. It makes sense that we're going to pull back. It's okay. It's not a problem. If I could send one message that's not financial advice, but it's still a message that I would like to get across, is that if you're holding this for the long term, then do not mistake the idea that it could go down for the same as selling. That's not what I mean. I mean, it could go down. Don't buy here. I'm not saying sell. There's a difference between saying don't buy and sell. I am saying don't buy here. I'm not saying sell here. All I'm saying is don't buy here, buy here. That's all I'm saying. Do what you want. It's your money. It's your financial destiny. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you literally what I'm doing, okay? If you wanted to sell, in my opinion, too late. It's already done. If you missed it, you missed it. Suck it up. Wait to buy at lower prices, or just be patient, look away for a couple months and watch it come back to you. It will. But if you're in this thing like I am for the long haul, you believe that this bottoming pattern here looks like an Adam and an Eve, which to me it does, then we are in for prices that are a hell of a lot higher than $11, guys. Prices above $100, maybe even above $200 by the end of this cycle. I know it sounds crazy. I know it does. All-time high to all-time low. 1272 is all the way up at $600. Let's be conservative. Relative high to relative low. Not the all-time, but the most relative. Your 1272 is all the way back at all-time highs at 101. Your 1618 is at $307. We're at $11 now, and you want to sell it to make a quick buck, you know, whenever you already missed the prime selling opportunity. Don't touch it. I would just say don't touch it. Buy more once it goes lower. But who am I? What am I? It doesn't matter what I say. Because what am I? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's my opinions, and I'm literally giving it to you exactly how I would do it and how I am doing it. So I haven't sold any of my stock. I sold my options. I haven't sold any of my stock. I'm still holding my stock. I was confident that it was going to turn around. I still didn't sell my stock because long term, I don't care how confident you are. It doesn't matter, man. You can be wrong. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Nobody's right 100% of the time. I don't care how confident you are. And generally speaking, the more confident you are about something, the less likely it happens in this game, especially for beginners, man. But which is also why I think the ETFs are not getting approved, because everybody's just does it strike you? Does it strike you funny? Like, is it kind of fun? It's funny to me, man. Like, all these people who are new to crypto, they haven't been in crypto for more than a year, and they all know that the ETF is going to get approved. Like, that doesn't strike you as odd? That all these newcomers who, like, no offense, you're new, you're rookies. You have a lack of experience in the space, but you all know the ETFs are going to get approved. Like, sounds like some media effery. I'm not going to cuss. I swore off it for the videos. But some media screwery to me. Sounds like a lot of people are going to get excited for these ETFs to be approved. They get denied. These newcomers are going to get scared and they're going to panic sell. Don't be one of them. That's why you're following this channel, right? I've been in this for 7 years, guys. Okay? I've been doing this for a while. I'm not an expert. Some people have called me an expert, and I greatly appreciate it. Like, you know who you are. Like, I've had a few people say it publicly, and it's a very kind compliment. But I've never claimed to be an expert. I am not an expert. I'm learning every day, just like you guys are. And I'm droning on at this point, man. But like, it's really a valid point to make, is that do not panic sell. Do not let the news ever give you a reason to sell. You want to sell, it should be because you're looking at the price and like something's not right with the price, or the price is up high and you're selling as you should at high prices. Don't ever sell on bad news. Like that, if I could make a recommendation, never sell on bad news, man, because generally speaking, by the time the bad news comes out, prices already been going down for a while. Like here, right? You know what the bad news was down here? What the focus was down here was that CleanSpark was diluting its shares. They're adding more shares into circulation. That was the negative news, as if that was going to prevent price from growing, and that they were doing irresponsible things with their money, which they weren't. They were putting it back into their company and doing good things with it to make the stock more valuable. But that's all I got. Take care. Bye bye. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Peace out.